T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, well you're not hardcore. Let you live hardcore. And the legend of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're right.
What's up, everyone? Good evening. Week 1 is in the books. Now, welcome you to the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, if you didn't know, is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. Because if you're not playing in the Hardcore Challenge, you're playing in some minor league fantasy football shit. This is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. Our owners are all over North America. Bottom, top, east to west. 32 owners, 2 conferences, 8 divisions, only 1 champion. It is season 14, and we are knee deep in it. So welcome fantasy football fans. Wednesday night is fantasy football night here on Raider Reaction for the rest of the season. We're going to have 2 fantasy football shows. This one at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, the Hardcore Challenge, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, our 32 owner league, 14 seasons. And then at 10:45 Eastern, I'm going to cut this show off, jump back on at 10:45 p.m. Eastern, and we will have a separate podcast for our Raider Reaction Hardcore Challenge Silver and Black League that we are kicking off this season. That is all Raider fans from coast to coast, north and south, all across North America. So, big league at 10 p.m. Eastern, another show at 10:45 Eastern. So, double the fantasy football action on your freaking Thursday night if you are so inclined. All right, let's get to it. Streaks died. The death of streaks was the story of week 1 in the Hardcore Challenge. Excuse me. And the biggest streak, I think, I'm sure. Well, I gotta give him an applause, man. It's been since 2020. Since 2020, Jake. 2020! Since Jake had won in the Hardcore Challenge. He went the entire season last year with the Ofer. Got him 3 first-round draft picks put together. Had the first overall pick because he went Ofer last season. Coming with a possibility, if he lost the first game of this year, he would own the record for most consecutive losses in the Hardcore Challenge history. And he took down. That goes Tuesday. And he's off the snide. Congratulations, Jake. Big win. 152 to 127. Couple of the lowest scores in the entire league. He didn't do it with fireworks, but he pulled it off. 2 of the lowest scores out of all 32 owners. But Jake gets his W, so at least he's off the fucking snide. My 6-game winning streak came to an end. I put up 207 points, but it was not enough as All-Pro Avro Joe come out fucking blazing. We had a shootout. He put up 237. I lost by 30 and put up 207. Crazy, but my team looked good. I'm looking forward to stomping the fuck out of Reggie this week, so I'm not worried. I wasn't going to win them all, but I kind of wanted to keep the streak going. That's all right. Pack Attack is back. 2-time defending champ. His streak's over as well as he lost in week 1, so streaks fell in week 1. Streaks fell. Let's take a look at who the big ballers were.
There's a platform stage, people pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yo, check out homeboy.
All right, let's take a look at the big baller first. Over in the NFC, take it deep with a huge game over Knoxville Assassins. I feel your pain, Brad. I feel your pain. I put up 207 too, and I lost to a 237. So, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. That sucks when you put up over 200 points and still take that L. Take it deep was the big baller over in the NFC. Now, over in the AFC, the big baller of all for the entire week was Knox Vegas Anarchy. This was the game of the week win. 261, a huge victory for Kevin and his Knox Vegas Anarchy. That was a big game of the week win right there over Answer to the Master as Kevin continues to own Tom. He has the dominant record over Tom. He's currently the owner of the Great White North in the AFC. He is the team to beat currently. He is absolutely the team to beat. Let's take a look at our other game of the week in week 1 over in the NFC. Oh, let's jump back to, here we go, week 1. It was Bandits and Bucknuts. Bucknuts pulls it out. Cal with the win. Congratulations, Cal. Kyle wins 207 to 184. 207 was a popular fucking number around the league this week, it looked like. But a big win. Willie, a solid 184, but takes that L on the chin as Bucknuts gets the W in the NFC game of the week. Now we are going back to only one game of the week. I like to have one league-wide to highlight, but week 1, the first week of the season, is why I picked 2. So, talking to game of the week, let's get to it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It's time
Is this not why you are here?
for the Hardcore Challenge Game of the Week.
All right, game of the week this week in week 2 is taking place in the AFC as we've got King Salami and Stinky Pinky going head to head. These guys are buddies in real life, and this is so not only are they division rivals, but they're buddies in real life as well. So this is a good matchup. These are the type of rivalries that we like to see and like to see built over time in the Hardcore Challenge. And this one's got some history. Last year, King Salami jumped up and grabbed the division crown, their first division crown, as they jumped into the postseason. They slid into the postseason at 9-5. Stinky Pinky was on a 2-game winning streak and just missed the postseason at 8-6, falling into 3rd place in the division. King Salami winning on a 4-game winning streak into the postseason. Overall, Stinky Pinky Ben owns this matchup as he is 7-4-1. Historically, between the two of them, they have no postseason matchups. This was all regular season action. 7-4-1. Stinky Pinky has the overall record. However, King Salami and Brian has won the last 3, including sweeping Stinky Pinky last year. Both rounds of divisional play. So this is a big matchup right here. You see Stinky Pinky is currently projected to win on the line graph. You got the midget Kyler Murray going against pretty boy Herbert at quarterback. Running backs, Saquon Barkley, Mixon, kind of got the edge over there for King Salami at the running back position. Both of them got solid tight ends, solid wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Judy, Bateman, Kittle, Andrews. I mean, you got some of the top tight ends in the game right here, and they've got stout defenses on both sides of the ball. It's going to be a very interesting game. I'm picking Stinky Pinky to win this one. I don't think the streak continues. I think Stinky Pinky takes this one in this week's game of the week in the Hardcore Challenge. That's my pick, and I'm fucking sticking with it. We continue on with more divisional play. First 3 games of your schedule's divisional play. Last 3 games of your schedule's divisional play. We're going to kind of start to see a little separation. You're going to have some 2-0s. You're going to have some 1-1s. You're going to have some 0-2s. You're going to start to see some separation in these divisions after this second game of divisional round play. So I'm looking forward to things. Now, we did have a little issue with some bench action. You have a mandatory defensive spot. It must be maintained at all times. You can't vacate the defensive spot, make some goofy moves on the waiver wire, and then fill the spot again. No, you've got to maintain it start to finish. It is a mandatory bench spot that we added just for the defensive side of the ball. It must be filled with a defensive player at all times, individual defensive player, team defense, and we will allow a kicker in that spot as well. Because if you want to carry an extra kicker, that's fine. We got no issue with that to fill that spot. But you have to keep that spot full of one of those positions at all times. Your reserve bench spots are for COVID and IR. That's it. If it doesn't say IR behind their name, it doesn't say COVID in big fucking bold letters, then they cannot be in your reserve bench spots. No NFIs, no nothing else. No suspensions. No, they pissed green. Well, I don't care what it says behind their name. If it doesn't say IR, it doesn't say COVID, they can't be in your reserve bench spot. It's just that simple. That's the rules. Keep your bench legal. Remember, 48 hours for all trades to process. We've got one sitting in the hopper right now. I believe Skull Crushers and Renegade Outlaws has one coming through. No problems with that trade whatsoever. It's a running back straight swap for a wide receiver. It will go through once the 48-hour processing time hits. Get ready for week 2. It's upon us. We're going to start to see some separation. See who's at the top, who's in the middle of the road, trying to figure things out, and who's just down here, flagellant. The bottom, the low ballers. We can't not mention the low ballers, can we? We can't not mention the low ballers in week 1. Let's go. We can't forget about them. Low ballers in week 1. That goes Tuesday, 127. Ouch. That's brutal. And you lost to Jake from State Farm. Damn, brother. Damn. That's rough. That's rough. And over on the other side, I got a Chubb. Our only co-owned team. 2 of you couldn't get better than 152. You guys are going to have to put your heads together a little better than that in week 2. That's for damn sure. Week 2's upon us. It's season 14. You can't be fucking around no more. Shit's real now. Let's get after it. Good luck, everybody. Game on. Are you ready for the challenge? Because week 2